Auckland Zoo's made the incredibly difficult decision to send both our lovely elephants to new homes to really get these guys in an environment where there's a multi-generational herd, where they can be in a dynamic group of elephants to really preserve the chance for Angelie to have a calf of her own. We've got to do everything within our power to allow her that opportunity. We've been working really hard in preparation for the elephants' move to Australia, and so Burma's heading off to Australia Zoo on the Sunshine Coast, and then Angelie's on her way to Taronga Western Plains Zoo, which is sort of situated in Dubbo there. Although that seems relatively close, there's a whole bunch of work that's got to be done in order to allow that to happen. Whether it's the way that we build our crates, whether it's the route that we travel, and even to the extent of permits that have to be issued before you can actually move one elephant from here to another zoo. What we've chosen to do is fly the girls across to Australia, and it really just keeps that whole journey a lot shorter. They might spend less than 20 hours inside the transport crate versus anywhere from 4 to 5 days travelling on a ship. Elephant crates have to be built to certain specifications and certain standards, and especially when they're being flown. Fortunately, Angelie's crate we managed to purchase off Australia Zoos from their recent import of elephants, and she fits nice and snug in there, which is really good. Burma's crate has been specially made for her. It's probably the largest crate that you could build to fit in an aircraft that we're using, and so it was actually built quite local, just down the road here. You don't build elephant crates that often, and so for Tim and our project managers team, it was an interesting project for him. They all did an incredible job, and we've got a really good product at the end of it that we're really happy with.
I'm Tim Shering, I'm the Program Manager at Auckland Zoo, so we look after anything we build at the zoo. And
I'm Cameron Glitz, engineer from Stella Projects, and just helped out with some of the detailing and engineering of the crate.
This is a New Zealand first. No one's ever built a crate for elephants in New Zealand. We had the design of an existing crate, but it wasn't quite the right size. So basically we had to adapt that design.
There's not a lot of design guidance for designing an elephant crate. So what we did is we basically reverse engineered the existing crate. I think the main requirement was try to make it a bit larger, make the internal space larger, but at the same time complying with the space within the aircraft, which is why we have the detail where the top corner has been notched out.
So we're about now, I'd say we're probably 85%, maybe 90% finished. Once we've done the final inspection, it will be shipped to the zoo, where MPI will do their approval walkover.
So the idea around the size of the crates is obviously a limited amount of space within an aircraft, but actually more importantly, it's about providing a safe space for the elephant. Giving them enough space where they feel comfortable and they can move to some degree, but we can't give them too much movement, and that's to do with their safety during the move. The last thing we want is them injuring themselves, and by giving them plenty of space that they can move, bang, hurt themselves on, we just don't want to be doing that.
Hi, I'm Matt from the maintenance team, and we've got a couple of the elephant crates finally moving into the paddock. It's been a big challenge today for our team. We had to get Tom Ryan Transport involved. This one is the biggest hire truck you can get. We're right on the limit of the reach of these cranes. So as you can see in the background right now, we've got the second of the larger of the two crates. This is Burma's crate that's been lifted in. The guys are just putting the turn keys into the top of the crate, lifting lugs. So from our point of view, that's the stressful bit over and done with, but we're not the ones who have to back the truck out the driveway.
So crate training has been a really important part of the process of preparing these guys for their move. They're really kind of blown us away with their willingness to participate, their willingness to kind of explore, and they're really interested. They really want to go in, and Angelie especially just wants to power on into her crate to have a look. She knows that she gets rewards in there and high praise. So it's becoming a space of value to her. Angelie only travelled just on 5 years ago, so could say she's familiar with it. Burma, who hasn't, gone anywhere in 30 odd years since she's been here, it is a new experience, and so she really has to acknowledge, that the sides aren't going to close in on her, that they're not hot, that, they're what they are, and so that's a process in itself. And so even getting her to do things like shut her own doors and that sort of stuff has been an important part of it. And the team plays a really important part of that. Where we position ourselves, having someone at the front calling them in, and then also one of their keepers on their rear rubbing their bums just to say, look, there's nothing behind you, I'm here. And so that's really worked well for us, and it really provides that kind of reassurance that they need that everything's going to be okay. There's been the odd time that she's got herself into a little bit of a fright, but in a lot of ways you want that to happen, because then she can get over that and know that it's a not big deal at the end of it. There can be loads of things going on around her, but in there it's exactly what it is. It's a space where she can feel safe and comfortable. No matter what, whenever you're moving any animal, there's always an element of stress, and if we can prepare them, we've got a really good chance of minimising that and making it as easy as possible for them. I think what's also been pretty tough is that now we can shut all the doors and they're pretty much near on ready to go, is that now that's becoming the reality, is that we're getting to the stage where they are going to move soon. And I think for all the team it's been pretty tough and a little bit upsetting. Not that we really show that to the elephants because we're trying to be big, tough and brave, but yeah, it's definitely becoming more of a reality. We're still in the process of confirming dates. What we're looking to do is have our keepers travel with the elephants. Ultimately, we'll rotate the team through to the different facilities to support the elephants and kind of provide that continuity of care that they're familiar with. The 6 elephant keepers that we have here at the zoo, they all will be playing a role, certainly through the transport part of it, but also relocating to Australia to kind of help settle the elephants in as well. It's really important for the elephants, but it's also really important for them as well. The more we can help these guys out, the better it is for all of us. So I'm just grateful, for the effort and the energy they put in such a difficult time for all of us.